Just take a breath and take it deep to show the world that you can see a life that's full of wonder, but it will never be enough.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Table Team, and welcome to your countdown to deadline stream. Russell's running a little bit late. He was late out of work, so he will be with us. I promise you. He's sent me a message saying that he's a bit late. It's just he was late getting out of work and stuff, so he will be with us. I promise. Right. How is everybody? Hi, Elise 2023, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hello, right, so let's remind everybody that this is a double game week, and we are looking at share screen. We are looking at game week 20 double game week. Manchester City have got Manchester United and Spurs. Spurs have got Arsenal and Manchester City, and Manchester United have got Manchester City and Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace have got Chelsea and Manchester United in their respective double game week 20s. So that's the team. So your four teams are Manchester City, Spurs, Man United, and Crystal Palace. And here's, speaking of the devil, here he is now. There we go. Hiya, Russell, mate. Hope you're doing well, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing, Liam? Hi, everyone on the stream. Sorry I'm late. Just finished work. Literally just walked to the house. Got set up. I'm just going to put up my screen for fantasy football because I don't know what the hell's going on. So you're going to have a nice stressed Russell for an hour, which would be good for your show. But I hope you all do well.
I do have some news about a Man City player. John Stones is reported injured for the Man United game.
Okay. Maybe that helps Cancelo.
Don't know if that helps anybody, but it does. Hi, Inke. How are you doing?
Hi, Inke, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Elise 20. I'm good. How are you all? Oh, we're good, mate. We're good. Any news on signing this Butty? Has it gone through? Is it official?
I've not had my phone on me. I have got a million emails. I've not been on any social media. I am completely in the dark with everything. I've had a very hectic day, and I've not seen any. So I'm completely in the dark, mate. So you guys have got to tell me on everything today.
Well, listen, you know how Twitter is. You get mixed messages. I don't think there's been anything officially confirmed from the club as yet.
That's strange because the impression I had was he would have had his medical today, and I was expecting him to literally get on everything and go, right, he signed. That's it. So being Leeds, it's weird. Teams like Forest are able to whack through transfers, which take like a day. Leeds seem to take about a week. It's quite fascinating how teams can do their transfers so quickly.
Right, well, in a minute, I will be starting the deadline stream clock. I know it's going to be 5 minutes early, but we like to make sure that everyone's got time, like they've got a good 5 minutes, but ideally get your team sorted out quickly as well. Leeds 2023, I am good. How are you all?
Quickly, hi to Leeds 23, Inky. The Nobcast has come back. Thank you for coming back into the stream because I remember you from the last one. We appreciate your loyalty. I'm going to quickly turn my camera off because I need to find my password to log in on the laptop. So I am here, but just not visually, which probably is a good thing. So,
hello, happy Amaret love. Hope you're all right, my lovely. Hope you're all right. Slap the Billy Ho out of the like button, or you get put on a naughty step for 7 years and win a scum t-shirt every day for life. God, that is frightening. Not as frightening as I'm going to be when you see my team, Harmonie. Oh, she said slap. Doctor, hope you're doing well. Doctor, hello. Hello, Harmonie. Hello, everyone saying hello, which is great to see. I'm wearing no scum shirt. Hello, Harmonie. Hi, Dr. Ray Russell. Hey, Leeds chat, everyone in the chat.
Hey, Happy.
Hey, beautiful one. Happy Amorettes. Hey, Leeds 2854. I predict a long way for you. Good for you. Good for you, Harmonie, love. Well, I did something really wild, mate. I used my free hit.
Wow! Oh my God, that's as crazy as Harmony doing a wild card in the last stream, I believe. Madman, what? Colin, quickly tell us you're thinking on your free hit, because I remember you did message me, and I thought it was obviously you messaged me about wild card. So I did watch one of your videos in the little amount of time I've had recently, and did see that you gone for a free hit. Also, quickly, very well done to Liam on your good score. I did see that. So I don't know if you've done the tables, but begrudgingly, well done to anyone else who's had a good week.
We did all the tables this morning at 10 o'clock. We whizzed through them all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We had a lot of people in chat as well, Russell.
Good, because me and you had a bit of a... and then I've also picked up 2 injuries on my bench, Somerville and Patterson, which is nice. But I did see a few people did well. So well done to you guys, genuinely.
Thank you.
But let's not make it twice, 2 weeks in a row, eh?
It feels good. It feels
right,
you did well. You did well, Liam. Well done.
I'm starting the countdown timer now.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
One thing that I am going to say is I have spiced my team up a bit, and I have used my +4 points from the top. I've already done a transfer, so you can take 4 off already, so I'll be on 68.
So what have you done the minus for, have you?
Yeah, I've made one transfer.
What, for this week coming up? This
week coming up.
Wow. I mean, obviously, it's up to you guys if you want to divulge, but I think what I'm going to do... Doctor had a good week, did you? Well, tell us what your points were, Nobcast. I'm intrigued. Tell us what your points are. Where was my train of thought? What was I saying? Help me, guys. What was I saying?
You're intrigued about... if we're going to talk about what
done. Yes, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to kind of keep 69 points. That's good. I'm going to keep I'm going to tell you guys after what I've done in simple terms.
So this is the table. This is the table to press. We've got Gruffalo in 18 for 39. He got 39 points this week. Nair's got 61. Planet 24 got 49. Happy Amoret got 58.
Good. That's a good week.
Vibes got 38. T-Pool got 52. Ismail got 50. Harmonie got 39 steps. Tilly got 56. Lee got 55. The Doctor got 69. Harry got 44. I got 43. Mr. Russell got 47. Darren Higgins got 51. Lee got 72.
Well, that's good. 72. Wow. That's good.
McAllister got 68 and Richard got 61. So
the guys at the top are very consistent. Very consistent at the top. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy I pulled it back a bit. I think I was like 13th, 14th at one point. So I'm pulling it back. Only just.
Good. Yeah, no, you did well, mate. Also, Stu, could you... hello, Leeds 2023. Could you quickly tell me, mate, and if you've got any questions in the chat, guys, just ask us, what's your thinking on the free hit? I'm intrigued. I don't know if you already explained it, but if you could tell me very quickly, unless you've already explained it, what's your thinking behind the free hit? Because I'm quite intrigued.
Well, I've always loved Only Fools and Horses. Right?
Wasn't expecting that.
Right. There's Mr. Delboy, with his nodding head. He was nodding at me. He was nodding at me to say, yeah, do it. Right? He who dares wins, because I'm chasing points. Now I've done something what's going to upset the apple cart as such. I've done something wild. I've gone absolutely mad. I'm going to show you my team, actually. I'm going to put my team up. I am so happy with this team, Russell.
Go on, then.
Apart from maybe the players in it, but you'll see what I mean. This is why I've gone mad. This is what I've done anyway. Share screen. Right. Let's zoom it in so you can see it better.
I'm looking at the screen.
Right, I put Edison in that with him having a double game week. I brought Trippier. I already had Trippier. I bought Luke Shaw in double game week. I bought Perisic in double game week. I bought Rashford in double game week. I bought Fernandez in double game week. Mahrez in double game week. Haaland in double game week. Kane double game week, and obviously willing on to a soften blow with Harmonie picking a Leeds player after picking 3 Man United players.
Wow. Do you not just want to get all double game weekers in? If you're on a free hit, mate, you should fill it. Just fill it with double gamers.
I've tried, but the problem is, Director, I don't trust Cancelo at Man City.
You got Eze on the bench. Would you not swap Eze for Odegaard?
No, because he's got Chelsea and Man United.
Yeah, but it's too tight. Mate, it's your call, but I'll tell you what, mate, if I'd Tottenham away for Odegaard. So, I mean, it's your call, man, but I'd rather have player play 2 games than 1. I think you've got better. Yeah, personally, mate, it's up to you. It's your call, man. But do you think Mahrez will start both games?
I don't know. I'm a bit confused with the Man City players. I don't think Man City are the same team this season as what they was.
Okay.
So that's why I've used my free hit anyway. I went mad. I brought all the double game week points. I've kept Haaland as my captain. I did ask about triple captaining him, but you can't use the triple captain with a free hit, can you?
No, it's one chip. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Stu, don't let me talk you out of it. But Liam, anyone in the comments? What do you think?
I think it's very strong. I don't know, because I don't know if Eze's going to get full game time. Because the thing with Palace is they've got no, what would you call it? They got no kind of sub bench, if that makes sense. So I kind of feel like he might take off Eze at around 60 minutes and then save him for the next game.
Do you not think Eze would get more points in 2 games than Odegaard away at Spurs? I mean, let's have a look at his minutes. I mean, the last 2 games he's got 73 minutes. It's up to you, mate. It's up to you.
I'm going to quickly send you my team. I've tried to do the same as you and put in as many double game weeks as I can. And
Mitrovic is a hobnob biscuit. Right, so this is your team, Liam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so I save that to daughter. Right,
you
what
can't
I'm
see
do?
Darren's or Paul's messages. That's a weird one.
Save.
On why we can't see people.
Save as desktop. Liam, just if you can look through messages while I just save this.
Yeah, I am. We're having a bit of a problem between Darren's and expat Paul's messages. They're not coming through in the YouTube chat, according to Harmonie.
Right, well, let's have a look. And I'm going to save for your team.
Probably because Harmonie's probably banned him, not realised. She probably muted him herself. Harmonie, are you been a little prison warden in those comments?
Yeah, I can't see their messages either.
No, we can't see them. So I don't know what's going on. I can't see
their messages, Darren, Paul. Why can't I see your messages?
I was like, Harmonie's like the one who can possibly try and see him because she's got mod on, but still.
Tell you what, I think I could be tumbling down this league. I think I could be tumbling down this league the way it's looking. There's a lot of people using chips and triple captains this week.
You know what? I mean, I haven't done it.
Oh, cheers.
But
how do you find out if anyone's accidentally blocked on your YouTube channel?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
I don't think they'll be blocked though. There's no way you've blocked them because you don't even.
No, I am definitely not.
They've had a ban. I can't see Darren and Paul getting a ban though.
No.
It's Titch in here sneaking around. That's funny, happy.
Managers. channel status and features, manage your channels, view advanced status. I don't want any account. You see, I'm not good at all this sort of stuff.
Can be accidentally blocked, as I've learned from that hard way.
While you guys are talking, I'm going to figure out my team. Is anyone any question? What's everyone else doing this week? Is anyone in the chat got any chip usage of interest? Is anyone...
I've not used a chip.
No, but in the comments, has anyone used it? Is anyone going for triple captain this week or using the free hit? Because triple captains from I've had a really busy week, so I've been a bit disengaged. But from what I've picked up on, there's a lot of people that seem to be going triple captain for this week for Haaland. Is it a week to triple captain? I
was going to question you, Liz, since you're the expert, but obviously you've missed out, right? No,
you're the expert, Liam. You're above me. Right, I'm asking you.
I have a big worry. I said this against the Man United game, triple captain.
No. Right, I don't know what's happened with Darren Higgins and Expat Paul, but they are not on the hidden users. They're not there. I've checked. I'm on it now. They're not there.
Let's see, Liam or Russ only Stu on my TV, but see them and not Stu on my phone. That's weird. What's going on? No, but anyway, triple captain Haaland. It's weird. It is weird because I don't feel confident as a Man City fan. I don't feel confident triple captaining.
I guess from what I can pick up, there's a lot of people saying, when is there going to be a better time to triple captain? Because I mean, what game week are we in now? We're in game week 20?
There's a game week. It's Man City's got another one in game week 23, I believe, or 25.
Oh yeah, okay then. Because I guess what a lot of people are thinking is, when can we when are we being able to play all our chips? When's the best time? Yeah,
I think this is the worst time.
I think it is. Captain, I don't feel comfortable.
The only good thing about the reason why I think people are thinking about triple captaining him now is in the reverse fixture. Haaland got the most points against Man United. He got 20.
I can see a lot of people jumping on that bandwagon.
22.
Just because he got so many.
He got 22 against Man United last time he played him this season.
You got Happy Hammer says, I've got a question. You can't transfer anyone else and already took a points deficit. So I presume you've got Ramsdale or Alisson. So who's Arsenal playing this week?
I've got Tottenham.
That's tough. Who Alisson's Liverpool, isn't it?
I don't know if Liverpool have got.
You will pass me this week, no chance for money.
It is a tough one. I'll probably go Alisson personally. I think I can see Spurs scoring against Arsenal, but then against Liverpool,
I can't see. I don't think there's Darren or Paul out here, are they? No, Darren and Paul out in this chat.
What is occurring? Apparently, on Harmonie, she can't see me or Russell on her TV, but when I see them and not Stu on my phone, I don't know.
What program are you using, Stu?
We're using
StreamYard.
Yeah. It's funny though, because Happy can see us all. I don't know what's going on.
I don't see Liam. I don't see Liam or Russell. I only see Stu on my TV, but I see them and not Stu on my phone.
Can she hear us though? I mean, at the end of the day, this will probably we'll have to sort after the stream, won't it? As long as you can hear us, I guess is the good thing.
I've got a question. Can't transfer anyone else as I've already took a point deflect. So Ramsdale or Alisson, bloody tough one. I thought you could set more than one hit though. You can go if you transfer another player, you'll go to -8, won't you?
So everybody can see us except Harmonie.
I can see you all as well. So Leeds can see us.
Doctor can see us, and so can Happy.
Doctor can see us. Leeds 2022 can see us, and Happy Amaret can see us. Amani, is it on your TV? Turn your TV. Log out of YouTube on your phone and then re-log back in again. Amani, love. Turn your telly off, log back in. what I mean by that is come out and then go back in again, restart your TV. See if that works for you. But everybody else can see us. I've got a question. Right, Ramsdale or Allison? Oh, right. We'll get back to that. I'll style that message.
We've already talked about
it. So, everyone else can see us, can't they? Everybody else can see us. Doctor can see us all. I can see you all as well. What is occurring? Need sorting. I can see Stu and Liam and unfortunately Russ.
Do you know whose comment I was looking at was Knobcast, and he's triple captaining Rashford. That's balls. I like it.
You know what? I think it's smart, and obviously you'll see my team soon. I've gone.
Emmanuel, have you got it sorted? Have you changed your telly if I put it back on again?
So, you know, I think Rashford against City, I think he could get an assist or goal. So that's smart. Against Palace, I think he could get maybe a hat trick.
I tell you what, you're brave against triple captaining if you go against Haaland. That's definitely a he who dares wins.
I mean, how many times have we seen it though, Russell? Where these people who get the top, who get number one in fantasy, get captain the most weirdest players.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, usually it's safety in numbers in life as well. And the safety in numbers is triple captain Haaland. So anyone that goes against Haaland and wants to triple captain someone else who has a double game week, fair play to him. I mean, bigger balls than I've got.
That's what I mean. It's definitely a weird one because, I mean, it's not weird. It's a smart decision.
Can somebody tell him? Yeah, I think I read that one, and so we're up to date with alt messages. Everyone can see us fine. So it's obviously somewhere at Harmonie's end, isn't it? If everyone else can see us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we can, but then again, there's not really much you can do it midstream, can you? Really? So, you know, we could go around the houses trying to sort out. It's something we'll have to sort out after the stream, or go from there. So, yeah, it's Friday the 13th, Harmony anyway. So yeah, you're right. Saying that, I'm not going to lie. I do have one little thing in my team I'm unsure about, but I'll wait up until deadline. So I'm quite intrigued to see what everyone else is kind of doing because I haven't really had time to concentrate on the fantasy this week. It's been a bit everywhere. So I'm trying to find my head within this stream. So you got a bit of an uncertain, unsure Russell right now because I'm looking at a few things at my team and I don't really know what to do.
Do you want to see what Lee's done before we carry on?
Yeah, show us. Let's have a look.
Oh God! Lee hadn't had to use any chips or take any points hit or anything.
Cool.
It's got Pope in net. It's got Ben White, Trippier, and Shaw as his back three.
Shaw's been a good pick. Did he have Shaw last week?
No.
Oh, he didn't. He's put in okay then.
He brought him in. Now, This is where he's going to struggle a little bit, right? It's got De Bruyne, Eze, Rashford, Almiron in midfield.
Yeah.
It's got Mitrovic, Haaland, and Martial as his front three. And on the bench, he's got Iverson, Cancelo, Andreas, Nico Williams.
Oh, I'll be honest with you, mate. I'd have Cancelo in my team just in case, even if he gets one fixture.
I don't even know who I've got in my team. That sounds bad. I've got Cancelo in. I've got us starting for me.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, if you'd have told me at the start of the season, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, and Cancelo were players you would shy away from in fantasy football, I thought you'd been insane.
I think,
but they're playing. People are getting rid of these, but I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. It's such a weird year so far, fantasy football-wise.
Cancelo had a good start, didn't he?
Yeah, but I can't believe he's come back from the World Cup and he's never played.
It's slowly just on a decline. Trippier for me has to be the most surprising one.
Yeah, I was late to that one, but on the last stream, all you guys were going on about Ricardo Lewis, and I'll be honest with you, in my head I was like, yeah, he's not, but he might be getting ahead of Cancelo, which is crazy.
Or 3.9 million as well. You could have him on the bench. I can't. I've got 3 Man City players in my team, so I can't do that. But you could just put him on the bench, and it's not really going to affect you.
I just didn't see him starting ahead of Cancelo. You guys were all like, yeah, I'm going to get, I know Harmonie, she was really pushing Lewis. And I was like thinking in my head, well, I don't know about that. But actually proven probably to be more right than I thought. Come on, if you want to come in.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with I'm happy. I'd go with Ramsdale in that.
I'll go with Alisson personally.
Would you?
Yeah, because I think Spurs at home, Spurs away, I think they'll score. I know Liverpool. There is an argument for both because Liverpool are quite poor right now. But I don't know. I probably, but saying that, Liverpool have Van Dijk out as well, don't they? I forgot about that.
I mean, we were looking at the fixtures earlier, just as like around people asking about Salah and Gakpo. Liverpool's next few fixtures are very tasty from a fantasy point of view. Very tasty. And you can keep them in for quite a while. I think it's up till game week 24 or 25, I think.
Well, he's got good fixtures, are they?
They've got very good fixtures coming up.
Okay.
The doctor says, last week I benched down there on and played Ramsdale, White, Trippier, and amazing decision.
It was. The amazing Almiron, he's not going to go on my bench. He's always going to start. He could get a red card every week and I'll keep him in.
But he's not done much recently, though, has he?
No, last 2 games in it. His last 2 games against Leeds, he struggled.
Okay.
And last time out, he struggled.
I think he's going to explode this game. I think he's going to get maybe 2.
Who have Newcastle got? I'm so out of whack this week.
I think it's Fulham.
Newcastle got...
Oh, Fulham. Okay.
Fulham are on a high after beating Chelsea.
Fulham are doing well.
They're 6th now, aren't they?
Yeah, Fulham are 6th.
You know what? I know in our prediction thing at the start of the year, Stu, I said Fulham to be bottom.
Yeah.
How stupid do I look? I can't believe Fulham were meant to be one of those teams that Leeds could kind of go, yeah, you're going to get relegated. And that's what makes me scared about Leeds this year. Teams that I want that should be doing bad aren't doing bad.
See, I'm a bit... are you concerned with how much money was spent on this player, Russell? Rudder?
Yes, there's a little bit that thinks I'm really happy they've signed a left back and it looks like they're going to sign a striker. So fair play to the board. They've gone out, they've done it. I think they'll still get another player in. But there is that little thing on my side of my shoulder going, so surely we maybe sign 2 players for that amount we spent on 1. You know what I mean?
I have a big question with this.
Money's come from somewhere. Money's come from somewhere.
I don't know. I'm surprised.
I've just got, what is the actual figure? Because I know it's 40 million with add-ons, but what is the stat up? Is it 25
I think they're looking at 30 million. Or is it 35 million?
Well, last I heard, it went down and then it went back up again.
I heard it was 25 million. And then
I'm more concerned it's not announced because I thought this was going to be all announced. Unless they're going to announce it during the team news coming out, or they're going to kind of seduce us and give us loads of news. Because Leeds are playing tonight, we might get it all in the big hit or something.
I can just see this happen. I can see. Do you know what Casemiro did when he signed? He went into the middle of the field at half time and I can just see that happening at the Aston Villa.
But it won't
stadium.
be that, because that was a home game. Leeds are away, aren't they?
No, Aston Villa not going to let us parade our playing on their centre spot.
That's true.
No chance.
No.
Other Leeds Twitter had been asleep on the team bus because they have not announced the Rudder deal yet.
I was really expecting that when I got home. I just hadn't had time to check anything. I presumed it was going to be news everywhere about it.
He will be at the Villa game tonight. Wait and see. I think he will be. I think he'll be sat there. Get your piggy banks on 3-1 tonight, Leeds. Get your piggy banks on 3-1 Leeds tonight, folks. 3-1 Leeds. That's a bit.
Yeah, I got a horrible feeling. I don't know. I don't think we'll win tonight. I got a horrible feeling it could be a defeat.
Double game weeks. How confident? What's your average score for a player in a double game week?
Well, you would be hoping.
I'll be hoping at least 10. At least 10
if you can get 10, 12 plus, I think for a double game week player, that's pretty good.
Because the only thing for me is when you got two very big important games, for example, Man City's, I think Man United, they got Palace as well, but when you're somewhere like Man City where you got Man United and Tottenham, you've got to be worried that some of those top players could be taken off early because of all the because of the fixtures. Obviously, Man City have got a bit more substitutions.
Yeah.
But how do you
So are you asking, out of all the double game weeks, who do you think's got the most minutes?
Because it's a big thing in it.
I think Palace are a safe bet, but it's Palace.
Yeah.
I think Man United could have quite secure minutes with their players.
Yeah,
I think if your dad's got Fernandes, I think Fernandes, sure. I think you get two lots of 90 minutes out of them.
I've got Eriksen in there. I've got Eriksen, Shaw, and Rashford.
I would say the teams that are most... Man City, obviously, they're someone if you invested in on a double game week, they could be very hit or miss. Spurs, I don't know. They won't rotate up front, but I think they'll rotate in defence.
Do you know who I'm most concerned with this week? Haaland.
I am.
Really?
And I haven't. This is the reason.
Look at his last 2 games, Russell.
This is why I've been triple captain.
Look at his last 2 games he's played.
Yeah, but it's harder, isn't it? He'll come out of a bang. Well, he's got 6. He's got a goal against Everton, and then he just blanked against Chelsea.
And he blanked against Southampton as well.
Yeah, he only came on for what's that, 30 minutes or something. Man, I think he'd be fine. Haaland's Haaland, you know. He's I wouldn't stress about him, mate.
I won't triple captain him this week. Definitely not.
No. Well, there's a lot of people that are triple captain. I mean, you're quite unusual, Stu, because you're using the free hit, and I've not really heard any free hit this week. All the buzzword seems to be triple captain.
Well, I said I did a madness.
You said what, sorry?
I said I did I told people that I did a madness. Nobody else has done it.
It is madness.
I can't wait to see someone
Well,
out there
I thought everybody else in our leagues practically used theirs, so I might as well use it now.
There's no right or wrong reason. It's like me with when you showed me your team. You had, I mean, personally, I would have Eze in because he's got 2 fixtures, but everyone's different. Odegaard could outscore Eze over 2 in one game, so I don't know. Everyone plays it differently. You know, everyone plays it differently.
I was lucky enough to use mine in game week 12, and I ended up with 44 points. So
have you used your free hit, Liam?
Yeah, we were doing it, and you were even more shocked.
I didn't realise you'd used it. Oh, okay.
I used mine in game week 12, I think, and I got 44 points. So,
oh dear.
If you get more than 44 points, you've done a better job. We are heading up to the half-an-hour mark, so if people are still unsure about their choices, put it in chat because we can help you out. And the last thing we want is a server crash and you not being able to submit your teams, because I think we all know how annoying it is to have a crash when submitting teams.
Yes. And I tell you one thing that's really frustrated with my team personally, and I don't want you guys to think that it is just us guys talking about our team. Like Liam said, if you've got anything to ask, do ask in the comments. I'm really frustrated by the injuries. I've had Patterson injured and Somerville. So I'm quite annoyed right now where I stand because I'm happy with my team. It's my bench is decimated. So, you know, I've been quite vocal that Leeds shouldn't have played Somerville in the FA Cup because it's a competition we're not going to win. And I would rather have got knocked out personally. I wasn't bothered about the FA Cup. So I'm really frustrated because not only is it affected my real life club, it's also affected my fantasy football team playing in the cup, which we...
And that hurts more, the fantasy football team.
Well, in the FA Cup, I wasn't really fussed if we went out or we did. I think we've actually got, you know, going through and getting a replay is actually not a good thing for us guys. So, I mean, in the position we're in.
We've said it before, Russell, and we don't say it. I mean, we say it every week. It's just been a weird season. It's just been an awful season for injuries. The World Cup hasn't helped us, even though it was a very good World Cup. But with fixtures, with injuries, it's just been a really, really weird season.
Well, for someone like Man City, though, you're all right. You'll always be all right. I mean, you
see,
can.
you say that we haven't. This is an interesting fact as well. We haven't. I think we scored in our past 6 away games. We've only scored 5 goals.
Yeah, but you know you're going to come good because you
Eventually.
Yeah,
against
well,
Man
you got too
United,
much quality. You got to be. I tell you, Man City are driving me insane because last season they were quite settled, but this year Pep's really he seems to have just gone off on one with his team. So he's everywhere. It's frustrating though because they're always the team you want to invest in because they're good fit because they're Man City and they've got a lot of double game weeks, but you're just scared about picking the players because you don't know if they're going to start.
That's what I think. I don't know. It's just a completely weird, random thing. Pep said that he's got a special tactic, what Man United aren't ready for. I can't wait to see what it is because I don't know what it is, but it'll be.
Who's captain this week? Come on, everyone, tell us who their captain is, or you think the best captain. Stu, Lee, Liam, people in the comments. Who do you think the best captain choice is this week?
Well, look, everyone's going to have. Let's be honest. Everyone's going to have Haaland down as the captain, aren't they? Yeah. For some reason, he seems to be. Everybody has Haaland.
Safety numbers, Stu. That's what it is, mate. Safety numbers.
Now, I would. Do you know what? Personally, I would go for somebody like a Man United player.
I'm about to say that, even though it pains me to say it, Man United do have the easier fixtures.
Which one, though? Which one?
Either Shaw or Rashford.
Yeah.
Not Fernandes?
Possibly as an outsider, but Shaw is in such good form.
Okay.
Have you seen his points, Russell?
Yeah, he's done well recently. For me personally, I always find it hard to captain defenders.
You see, whereas Bruno Fernandes, share screen. Bruno Fernandes, so everyone can see what we're talking about. He got 6 against Wolves and he got 6 against Bournemouth. But he's been playing 90 minutes every game.
Yes, I don't know. To me, I think Fernandes could be a good. I mean, he could be. I don't know if he's on penalties or no, isn't he? Is he penalty? Is it Rashford?
He is.
Who's on penalty?
That's a difficult one. I believe it is Bruno, but I'm sure Rashford's.
Yeah, I think Rashford could be sneaky to take penalties. No,
I would. If you're thinking of a Man United player to captain, I would say Rashford mainly because he's a midfielder and he's a midfielder in fantasy, but he gets played as a striker in real life.
And he's scoring goals as well. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he got 14 points against Forest. He got 5 points against Wolves, and he only played 45 minutes. He got 8 points against Bournemouth and played 90.
Interesting. So you think Shaw's the best captain then, Stu? What about you, Lee? What do you think, Lee? Who's the best captain for Man United?
Probably Rashford.
Rashford as well. Okay. What about you, Liam?
This week, it pains me to say it has to be Rashford.
I think. Do you know what? I'm leaning towards Fernandes personally.
I think the Man City Man United game will be a very close game. I think it'll be a very exciting game for a neutral. But I just think them having
it's going to be tactical.
Them having Palace after is going to be such a big bonus because Rashford could possibly, as I said, he could get 2 or 3 goals, could get a few assists. Who knows?
What's everyone's thoughts on De Bruyne?
I've got De Bruyne, I think, in my team. No, I haven't. I dropped De Bruyne.
I've got De Bruyne.
I dropped De Bruyne.
It pains me to say it, but I can't drop him.
Lee's got De Bruyne. I dropped De Bruyne, brought in Mahrez, so I could have Haaland, Kane, Rashford, and Fernandes in my midfield and attack.
Okay.
But it's that famous question, isn't it? Salah or De Bruyne?
Yeah, I mean, De Bruyne has got a double game week. So I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out what people are thinking because he's had a couple of bad weeks, hasn't he? and he was expected to do well in these games. He's not generally on penalties. Is he on set pieces? I don't think he might be on set pieces. So he's definitely on free kicks. But I'm just trying to figure out if people are sticking with him, whether they think he's worth it, because he is quite an interesting choice for a lot of people this week.
He was on corners. It all depends who plays. Now, the reason why I say that, he normally is on corners. But if Foden's playing, he'll put Foden on corners.
Okay.
I said, what did I say to you, Lee? I says, Harmonie will be rel at me. Yeah. She's just said that there, whoever's got scum in their team deserves to lose 74 points. Fact. Right, I'll take that. I'll take that, Harmonie. I'll take that now. Look, I need to catch up, Harmonie. I need to catch up. I needed to get some double game week players in, and I couldn't pick all Crystal Palace players, and I already had. I think I've got 3. I already have 3 Man City players.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stu. This week you should have more double game. If you got a free hit this week, mate, you should have more double game week players than anyone because you can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah, you should be laughing this week.
Either way, you'll get points.
I think you'll have a good week this week.
As long as you pick someone in the starting 11, you'll get points.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I do need to dial them. I've got is my captain. At the moment, I've got it on Haaland.
Are you thinking of changing it?
Yeah, that's the whole point. I don't know.
Oh, right. So your captain you're unsure about right now?
Yeah. I'm unsure about Erling Haaland as my captain.
Okay. Well, old Knobcast, he's got a rush. I mean, I said it earlier. That's brave. That is a brave choice.
I think it's a good choice, though. I think. Right? Do you know your captain? Double captain. You know your captain. I mean, if you use a double, just say if you triple captain a player on a double game week, do you get the points for the double, or is it just that one fixture?
No, you get points for both, I believe. I think it's as long as it's that week. As long as it's that week, I think you get both.
Oh, Happy's been a bit secretive here. That'll be interesting to see who she's captained after the stream. Okay.
No disrespect to anyone who has done it, but if you've picked someone who has got one game this week, I should highly suggest you change that to someone, even if you hate him, put it on a double. I know, that sounds bad. I know.
There's nothing worse, though, than when you captain someone who's got a double game week, but then they get outscored by someone who picks a single game week.
Should I tell you what annoyed me? Mitrovic. He had a great start. Captain, I thought, oh, buzzing. Absolutely amazing. What happened? Got a yellow card, suspended.
Yeah. And that frustrated me a lot because I took out Kane as well. I think Kane got 15 points, didn't he?
He got 16, yeah.
Yeah, or 16 points. So I very annoyed. Fantasy football, love it. I hate it at the same time.
I'm not just that, as you've said millions of times, Russell. When it comes to fantasy, and if you're taking it serious, I know no matter how much you hate a team, you've got to put players in there. I'm a Leeds fan, but I'll still pick Man United players if it benefits me in fantasy football.
I captured someone else this week. Ooh. Who happy? Who? Pray tell. Puffed. What do you take me for, Liam? Anyone would think I'm sitting almost bottom of the league with a wink.
No, that wasn't at you, Happy. I'm just saying for everyone who, I mean, the countdown's going down in the last 20 minutes. I'm just saying people who haven't jumped onto the fantasy app yet, or someone who hasn't really looked at fantasy, just if you don't care, you don't care. But if you do care, just make sure you don't captain a single player for a single game.
I'm a bit worried because I'm looking at the fantasy football scout. They've not got Cancelo to start. So
I think it could be very cool, Lewis.
Lee, you haven't got Cancelo. You haven't got Cancelo on bench. You haven't put Cancelo in his starting lineup.
No, I just worry about that.
Worrying about if he's going to start or not.
No, I just worry about my right player got injured. Myself.
Martial.
Yeah. But I was taking him out for phone call or not.
I like that, Happy. That's a good one, that.
Yeah, but if he ain't playing, if he is injured, that means that your first sub will be Andreas.
He's got 75% chance.
I think he'll play Martial in one of the games. He might miss the first one, but the second one I think he'll play if he's not fully fit.
I really fancy switching to Kulusevski.
Kulusevski, very good player. Come back from injury, so I don't expect him to start straight away. I think he might come on for like the last 20 minutes in the first game, but then the second game, I mean, it's a tough week for Tottenham.
Look, whatever you think of Antonio Conte, it's the North London derby, I believe, between Arsenal and Tottenham. I know it's a London derby. I'm sure it's North London derby. He's going to pick if Kulusevski's only got one game in it, he'll start the Arsenal game. He will. He will want to win that more than a Man City game, believe it or not. Good afternoon. Good evening, Luke Legend. Hope you're doing well, our good friend. Hiya, Luke. Wonder if anyone bought Felix in.
I was thinking about it. He did look very, very, very good on the ball when he on the game, but I don't know about that one.
I'll never go for a Chelsea player on the at this moment in time because they just can't do it. They can't do anything. Luke, happy I'm on it. Laughing her head off. Hey, baby Luke. Was still worth captaining Mitrovic even with the red card as Alan was scrapped last week.
Yeah, that was quite funny actually, wasn't it? Because even though it's frustrating for Mitrovic captainers like me, he still outscored Haaland, thankfully. Otherwise, it'd have been a really punishing week.
That's it. That's the positive. That's the positive out of a red card.
Yeah. He's on the card a shout. What for captain? He's got. Who's he got? He's got.
Fulham. No, he ain't got Fulham.
It's Tottenham. Difficult one. Difficult, but if you've got a double game week player, you try and captain him, don't you? If he's got a double game week. If you're going to move away from Haaland, you've got to go with a double game week player. Otherwise, you might as well stick with Haaland. I don't know. I'm stuck with my captain. I think I've made the biggest mistake in my life.
Doing what?
Making Rashford be captain, Haaland as my vice captain.
Well, you can change it, mate. You've still got 22 minutes left. So you've got plenty of time. I'm actually stuck right now while I'm listening to you guys and kind of semi-reading the comments. I'm looking at one transfer right now and I'm just trying to figure out whether to do this transfer or not. So don't worry, I've got a bit of indecision in my head right now.
No pressure, Russell. Just 18 minutes left. Well, no,
yeah,
10.
exactly.
I'll say 8. I'll say 8 minutes left.
I'm happy Amaret says I left Ben White on the bench last week and put Buono in his place. Got me 2 points instead of 7.
I know, I saw that happy week. I think we talked about that, didn't we, earlier?
This morning.
This morning. I was very unfortunate, Happy.
Happy I had Pope on the bench. Yeah, I know. We went through that as well, Armani. We went through that. Howland is overrated, Angel Head, laughing her head off. I think, do you know something? I think, do you know when he says that Howland's overrated? I think if you take away his goal scoring, he doesn't do an awful lot more, does he? He don't tackle, he don't get, you know what I mean? He's a machine at what he does.
I would say the only thing I would say about that, it's just his job. He does what his job is. That's the thing. You can call me a contradicting Man City fan, but for me personally, Haaland does what he has to do, and that's his job. He's being a striker. It's like Alan Shearer. People say Alan Shearer was overrated, but he did what he had to do on the pitch. And being a striker, that's your job, either poaching or scoring.
I don't know how you could be overrated if you're the leading Premiership scorer of all time.
And it could also, fastest player to get 20 goals in the Premier League.
I mean, Alan Shearer was brilliant. He did, like you said, he was a striker and he scored tons of goals. What else do you want from a striker?
You know,
I like that look. I do like that. Haaland was struggling in League One, man. He says, but he's right. He says, apart from scoring 27 goals, what does he offer? It's a good point.
I mean, put it this way: if Haaland was at Leeds, I don't think they'd be where they are now. Put it that way.
We wish we could have a player like that, Liam. You guys don't realise how good you've got it, I tell you.
Oh no, I know how good we've got it.
Yeah, you're so
Losing
lucky.
to Southampton wasn't
And
worth
are
it.
you happy with Haaland as your captain, Lee?
Yeah. I just don't think.
It's got a double game week, can it?
I don't think any team needs to play tonight.
Yeah, there won't be any. I don't think there'll be much out yet about
Like
Leeds
it's 7
United.
o'clock. I have to text when I fill the lineup.
15 minutes, guys. Remember, don't leave it too late to get your final decisions made. You know what server goes like. Oh, I've gone back to Kate. I've gone back to Haaland as my captain.
What does your instinct tell you, Stu? Oh, that's a good question, actually, Happy. I like that. Yeah, I mean, that's just part of fantasy football. There is times when I put my team together, I'm like, yeah, I've got an attacker versus a defender. I mean, obviously, you don't want it to be like that, but it's very hard to, how can you put it? Sometimes you can't avoid that situation.
If you've got the top players, and if you're comfortable with your team and they're playing against each other, you just got to let do what he does.
Yeah, sometimes you can never have the perfect players with the perfect fixtures. You're just going to get a lot of times where they're going to cross wires.
I think I've got.
Well, it's like me. I mean, I've got Edison in net, but I've got Rashford, Fernandes in my team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've got Mahrez and Haaland on pitch, and I've got Luke Shaw and Perisic.
You're hedging your bets on the double game weeks. So, I mean, ideally, what you'd want is Edison to save a penalty, but those other guys still to score. That's like the perfect scenario because you get penalty point saves plus you play a score. You know what I mean? So,
unless you got a Man City defender, then it just
or you want a high scoring game where there's penalty save, there's assists. That's your best outcome in that. No, it can't be helped, especially. But then again, what Stu's doing, I think Stu's, from what I can make out, he's hedging his bets on them playing 2 games. So you're just hoping that over 2 games they'll get more points than your rivals.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
I need to, because I've slipped down. I was third last week, and I've gone down to 6th or something. So I need to start chasing points. Unfortunately, it's a bit like a gambler who's trying to chase his money back in the betting shop. You're never going to get that money back, but you still keep trying. And it's same with fantasy points. I know deep down that half of these players won't pick up the points what you think they're going to get because they haven't in the previous game week. My double game week players didn't get hardly any points.
Shall I tell you something? And you can call me contradicting. I think, you know what? I think when it comes to that week, it only happens twice a season when the teams play each other in the league. So you just got to think to yourself, I could have a bad 2 week, but then for the rest of the season, I could have an amazing week.
Well, you see, that's why I use my free hit, because I know my team's going to go back to what it was after this double game week.
I know you can call. I understand.
Because overall, I'm happy with my team without any Man United or Chelsea players in it. Do you know what I mean? So for this one game week, I thought I have to do it just to try and get them, see if I can catch up with them points. Liverpool have Brighton. That won't be an easy game, Amani.
No, I think that'll be a very tough game.
Amani says, I have 3v3 in games. Liverpool have Brighton at home this weekend and not Fulham X. Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to be as confident going into that Brighton game. I think Brighton have played well. It is the long haul, not the game week. I feel. I think do you know something, Amani? You're probably spot on. Thinking logically, you're probably spot on. But me being Stuart and me being irrational, and he who dares wins. I've gone. I went all double game week plays.
Well, you might. If you're on a free hit, go for it. I mean, you only get one free hit per season, so if you're on a double game week and you got a free hit, I'd go nuts on that. Well, you'll find I will go nuts on it when I would do my free hit when I use my chips. So
23 at the moment. When's the next double game week? I think it's game week.
I think it's 20. It's not. I think there's this one 20. Is it 20? I thought it was 22, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
Oh no, you're right. No, 23. Yeah, you're
23,
right.
23. Yeah, it's double. 23. It's double game week. And I think Man City are involved in that game week, double game week. And I think that's when you look at triple captain in Ireland if you're going to do it. If you're going to triple captain Ireland, that's probably the best week to do it. It's got an easier fixture run. Is there still a cut-off period where you can use certain chips and it resets? No, is there now, so that's it now till end of the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could. Yeah. Is there so? No, you could use your chips. Obviously, you can't use chips on top of chips. So, you can't have a triple captain plus use a free hit. You can only.
And we won't get unlimited transfers or all like that. We won't get a wild card back or all like that if we used it to this week.
Yeah, you got to use it week per week. Luke Legends can't imagine these lot choosing pants to wear. Luke Legend, are you playing this? Do you play fantasy football? Because surely you know this. The pain of trying to pick. I actually think we've been quite well behaved on this one, haven't we? I don't think there's as much chaos.
I think so. Yeah. We normally can cool and collected, aren't we? When it comes to fantasy and stuff, I don't think we don't overreact. We're level-headed, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, I'm having a little struggle in my head right now with
9 minutes
to go.
Well, just 15 minutes to go, but 9 minutes to go on our countdown to timer.
But it does get
double
to
chips,
point.
yes, please.
It does
could
get
all
to
do with double chips.
I thought before we got there's 2 bench boosts. No, you had 2 wild cards.
Wild cards, yeah.
Well, actually, you got 3 wild cards, didn't you? You had the first wild card pre-World Cup, one during the World Cup, then you got a wild card after. So, I mean, if you're like me, I've got 3 hit, bench boost, triple captain, and still a wild card in my armory. I've not used anything yet. So, if you're like us, you've got 4 left. But like I say, a lot of people play it differently. And Stu, I believe, Stu, what have you got left, Stu?
I've got a triple captain and wild card.
Yeah. Okay. So, but again, if this time next year, Stu probably would have 3 because he wouldn't have used his. What did you use, Stu? You didn't realise you used it. Was it bench boost?
Yeah, I used it by accident.
Yeah, that was just a mistake. So.
8 minutes. Sorry. Make sure you get those submitted teams in. Let's see. Shy Guy's favourite so-called hooligan darling FC. Back up. You are welcome.
Hiya, guys. It's your favourite so-called hooligan darling at FC fan back. Hope you're all well. Behave yourself, Ian, please. Luke, man. Ian. Yes, I choose my team week 1 and it remains the same. I prefer to do my work on a training ground. Luke, I have said several draws full. Luke, I have several draws full. Very difficult weather event, time of day, Titch's involvement in fixing, etc. I threw a pair away today as a man as a man, it was saying goodbye to an old friend.
We've all been there. We've all been
Just
there.
reminding me, it's wildcard where you can change all your players for 1 week. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
No.
Unlimited.
You can change all the players for 1 week, but they will stay as those players. So just reading that question, I don't know if you're meaning if I change it for 1 week, they'll then go back to my original team. If you wildcard, if you wildcard happy, you can change all your players, but you'll be stuck with those players from that point to whenever.
The only time your team does go back to normal is if you play your free hit.
Yeah, which Stu's doing this week. Yeah. So Stu can change his team completely. Next week, he will go back to the team he had.
Game week 18.
Yeah.
I think you've done this smart, though. Like, play the free hit on a double game week. You've got nothing to lose. You've honestly, you go, but and not just that, but the double games as well are very tough games.
I think Stu will have a good week this week. I do too. I expect you to be above me after this week because you got a free hit in play, unless I'm using the chip myself, of course. But
you're not as crazy as I am, Russell.
You don't know. I'm sat here quietly, mate. I could be secretly manoeuvring my. Why do you think I'm moving my computer away from the mirror? Because I could see there's a reflection. And I was like, "Ooh, wait there! They might be able to see my." I had. It was like that, and I think you can.
I didn't see it. I didn't notice it.
And I noticed it, and I got a manoeuvre. Wait there. Where is it? Wait, no, it's this. I had it like that. And I was like, "Oh, you can see my screen there."
I'll be zooming in tonight when the stream's finished.
There you go. Yeah, I was like, "Ooh, there's a reflection."
I'll be zooming in on those pixels.
I can see reflection now.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed it earlier, and I was like,
"Oh, you can't see anything else. It looks like a bloody green blob."
I know. I was only joking.
I
do think I'm going to take a risk on this though. I've got hovered on the button to transfer, but I'm just going to wait for I'm going to do that rookie mistake and not do my transfer until a little bit later.
4 minutes, 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay, Harmonie's got a question. Last minute decisions. Who is captain?
Yep. So last minute decisions. Who is captain? Right. Right. Oh, I don't know. This is where
Anybody on a double game week and he's not a defender.
Rashford or Haaland or Fernandes or Kane. They're my 4 options for the captain. At the moment, I've got it on Haaland. The vice captain's Rashford. What does vice captain get you here, Russell?
You what? Sorry.
Vice captain. What is vice? Do you get one more point more or something?
No, vice cap, no more.
Is that? I'm sure is it in case the captain doesn't start? Is that it?
Yeah. The vice captain is purely there for. You won't get any extra points if they do. It's just there if your main captain doesn't start. Your vice captain's important because sometimes you. If your main player doesn't start, if your vice captain does well, they will save you.
I'm just going to say this now. God forbid, but if Haaland gets an injury against Man United, he might not play the next game against Tottenham. So you got to make sure you got a good vice captain. Yeah,
you always got to have a good vice captain, but they won't get you any extra points for beating the
doctor is telling something to the expert.
Doctor's telling me not to hang around. He says you've got to make your transfer now. He's worried about me getting caught. There is 7 minutes left. Not 7 minutes. I know the Stu's countdown saying 3, but we have still got a little bit of extra time.
No. Do it fast. Game glitches at the end. It might game glitch and not let you do it. Exactly, Doctor. That's why I set my clock a bit faster for everybody else. I've still got hope for Bowen being in my team or on bench since the start.
Yeah, Bowen, he got assist against Leeds, I think.
Who are you having as captain, Liam? Who's your final position on?
Haaland's my captain and Rashford is my vice captain.
Yeah, I've got the same. Haaland is my captain, Rashford is my vice. Liam, Lee,
yeah.
Who's your captain?
Oh, Haaland.
Who's your vice captain?
Mitrovic.
Because he served out his suspension now, hasn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what I've done after the stream.
Yeah, well, what did I say, Liam, at the end of the stream? I said, let's see if we can let's see if we can get some information out of Russell before deadline.
Well, I've
Did I-
cheekily been trying to kind of just do things while listening and watching, so I think I've made my mind up now.
I like
So
that, Doctor. I like that a lot. I think it's very ballsy, but if you pull it off, you've done it very well.
Wait there. Harmony, surely, please don't tell me you're going Kurleski captain. Harm advice. Do not do that. Please don't do that.
Harmonie,
Yes.
Harmonie is not fully fit, is he?
Do not go. He's only played one game, is he? No, he's played two. Oh God, no! Don't risk it. Holland. If you're going to pick those two, Holland.
Well, the Doctor has got triple captain Rashford. Go on, Doctor. I wish you luck, mate. I really do wish you luck because I act like Russell. I ain't got any secrets. I'm here to help everybody and talk.
Well, I tell you what, Stu. My secrets haven't done me anything very well recently, have they?
That's good.
Yeah, it's not like this tactics worked for me very well so far.
Right, my question is, right, Newcastle, they've got Fulham coming up. Do you risk playing any Newcastle defenders or Nick Pope in that?
What this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, against Fulham?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would you swap out Botman if someone had him? Or
I don't know. I mean, if you look at someone like Harmony, she's probably got triple Newcastle. I mean,
I've got triple Newcastle.
Has anyone brought Isaac back into the team? Isaac's now fit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just come back from a big injury, so I don't really want to test him out yet. But he was my striker, so maybe next week, if he has a good game, I'll take Mitrovic out and Isaac in.
Right, there's 2.5 minutes left according to my computer clock. 18:27. So you're gonna have to be quick, guys. You're gonna have to be really quick at what you're doing. Has my timer gone off? Yep, it's finished. So my time has ended.
I mean, I can't believe it. I've gone from a stressful week at work to a stressful fantasy football when I finished work to then the stress of having to watch Leeds tonight.
I would say it's been a very
It doesn't feel
enjoyable.
This doesn't feel enjoyable. This would be enjoyable, shouldn't it?
Friday 13th, normally it's supposed to feel enjoyable, Russell.
Yeah. Oh, no. Funny games, isn't it? Wow. Happy's got triple captain. Doctor's still in the cup. Well done.
I got a bye. Even though I finished with less points, I got a bye into next round at cup.
Is it because the person got a red card? One of the players got a red card?
No, apparently because of my score from week before or something.
Oh.
And I said Odegaard, Rodriguez and Pope, but did not jump. So it's Friday the 13th, and Jay have done it this week.
I've used triple captain this week. Happy I'm a ret.
Well, she's not said who the captain is. I can't wait for the Leeds game.
Tell us after half past. We want to know.
No, don't tell us after half past. Wait for the Leeds game.
Oh, and I'm a minute, right. I said Odegaard, and then Pope, but did not jump. So it is Friday the 13th, and Jay have done it this week. I said Odegaard, Rodrigo, and then Pope, but then did not jump. So it's Friday the 13th, and Jay have done it this week. Well done, girl. Happy you overtook me this week and then with Lovats. Is it right? It's according to my computer clock. It's 29 minutes past. It's too late to change out now.
Yeah. I can't wait. Happy. I can't wait for the Leeds games to kick off, and I just see your team.
Oh God, I know the team I want. Whether we get it's a different story.
I have Stu, not Jay. Right, guys. That's it. The time is time. Who do you think is your captain, Russell? Now you can confirm.
It's all done. Is we passed the deadline?
Yes, now we have.
Okay. So you want to know what I did then?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I went Haaland captain. I brought in Kane for. I've decided to go against his 4 yellows. Kane for Mitrovic, and I took a minus to bring in De Bruyne. So I could have a quite punishing week against someone like Stu, but I thought, shall I have Salah? But no, I said I've got to go with De Bruyne. He's got a double game week. So I don't normally take a minus, but I've decided to take a minus. But my bench is an absolute mess because of Somerville and Patterson.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Happy on it. It is on Sky tonight.
I can't wait to. I mean, if you did have Salah, you know what I do every time. As soon as that Liverpool game finishes, I always message Russell a good message.
Have you got Salah, Liam?
No, man, no. Liverpool play gets
no. So I it's just a double game week. I thought I'm going to go, and I've still kept Cancelo. So I'm not. I think he'll start one game. So yeah, that's what I've done. So I took a minus. I don't usually take minuses, but I felt that too much temptation, and I fancied De Bruyne. I'm going to hit De Bruyne when he does well. I'm hoping he's had his bad weeks and he'll get me a few points and it'll make it worth it.
And do you know why? Another reason why I used my free hit, because if I'd have used the points, if I'd have took a point penalty to bring in them players, it would have been minus 16.
Oh my, yeah.
So it made sense to use a free hit.
In all honesty, Happy, I would be very disappointed if Perkins is anywhere near our starting team in the Premiership. We have, in my eyes, Rodrigo Bamford and this new signing ahead of Perkins, even Geldhart. So he's as low as down as 5th in my head. So if we end up playing Perkins, it shows where we are right now as a club and probably why we'll get relegated.
In Geldhart going out on loan. I know Yelder's going out on loan, isn't he?
Yeah, well, what I'm saying though is what I've got in my head mentally, the kind of rankings. To me, it'll go Rodrigo. Don't know about Ruter. Let's say Rodrigo, Bamford, Ruter, Geldhart, and then Perkins. Not saying obviously with loans he would bump up, but that's where I'd see him in a normal full team would be 5th place.
You see, Ruter, wouldn't you put him in with the money we've spent on him, wouldn't you put him in ahead of Bamford now? You can't put him in front of Rodrigo, granted, because he's got 10 goals in Premier League already.
We just don't know what we're getting, really. I mean, obviously, once you sign a player, everyone goes crazy and says he's the best thing since sliced bread. But I always personally leave players need to prove themselves over a season. He could be crap. We could be signing a player for 35 million. But everyone was saying Firpo was amazing, and now no one can stand him. Whenever you sign a new player, everyone loves him because they've not done it wrong. So it's very easy to go, they're amazing, but we need to see how he plays in the Premiership with Leeds.
Aronson's overrated to me.
Yeah, well, Aronson everyone will say was the best, but he's really gone off the ball. So you don't really know. But I would suggest on the fact how much we're spending on him, he automatically gets into the top 3 of who's going to play. He will knock Perkins.
But have you seen his results? Goal ratio from his
it's not good. But I'm not complaining because we've
goals to assists in 15 games he's played this season.
Yeah, but I'm not going to complain too much because we've gone outside we've gone outside the forward. We signed a left back and we signed a forward. I wasn't expecting this, so fair play to them. They've gone out and done it. I still think we'll go out and get a midfielder. I'm just going to have a quick look at Doctor's team because he's just flashed up his team, so I'm intrigued.
Right, it's all Liam's fault, ban him. Armani, if you told me to ban Liam, I'd ban him. My love for you, I would. And like I says, Armani's the gaffer. She's the gaffer at Channel. She's the moderator. She's let me out of a set of balls. She loves you really, Liam. Do you think Perkins will get a start in the Premier anytime soon? No, I don't. Happy, not yet. Definitely happy. See, there's mixed. See, everyone's got different opinions on players. Everyone's got different opinions, and that's what's beautiful and been about this game. We've all got different opinions.
I mean, I would just be struggling to see how Perkins would get ahead of the players we got ahead of him. I don't see how he would physically get in right now.
Have you seen what I've started to drink? Water. I'm actually drinking water. I don't normally drink water. Never drink
nerves
water.
are
It's
kicking
always
in.
cooked. Right, here we go. Right, this is Doctor's team. Ward,
Okay.
White, Trippier, Shaw, Cancelo, Rashford, triple captain.
I do like that. I'm not going to lie. That triple captain Rashford. I always like the Mavericks. That's a Maverick move. I like that.
And if he gets something like 30, if he gets something like 16 points,
He'll be
that's
rocking and
like-
rolling.
you're rocking and rolling, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, you got balls. I'll give you, but you got real balls to do that. So,
Well, I wanted to triple captain Shaw. If I were allowed to this week, I would have triple captain Shaw.
that's great. Triple cap. I'm just worried I'm giving you a heads up with Eze. If Eze does well now, I should have just shut my mouth. I'm thinking, should I have said that? I don't know. So,
Bailey, Almiron, Martinelli, Haaland, and Kane up top. Bailey's
Good bench.
a good
he's got a good bench. Look at that. I mean, Ramsdale, Andreas, Milenko, Solanke. That's quite a lot. That's a lot of money on the bench.
You could have, would you, if you had that bench, would you use your bench boost?
Yeah, I want to do it at some point. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those are doubling, but I mean, that's a solid looking bench to me.
See, Liam's bench is pretty good. He's got Andreas. At the moment, he's got Iverson, Andreas Cancelo, and Nico Williams. He needs to work on that over the next 2 weeks,
No, that's not
and then
me. That's
start making his bench a bit stronger. How do you pronounce? It's Nonto, 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 Nonto. That's how I pronounce Nonto. It's Nonto. How would you pronounce Nonto, Russell?
Nonto.
Is it Nonto or is it? I mean, I've heard different people say Nonto.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to you as a person how you think it's pronounced. I mean, Nonto.
Did you watch Jesse Marsh's press conference?
No, this week's been manic, mate. I've been so out of whack.
He's asked people to change the song.
Yeah, I don't really know what the song is. I've heard bits of it, but
something about a big something. That's
I've not really took much in this week.
I'm not gonna lie. The Premier League did ban that when Lukaku was at Chelsea.
Okay.
Perkins will start very soon. Russell knows nothing. They all said Nonto was an under 23s. Look at him, fools. Me and Stu knew facts. Yeah, I said to you like we're going to turn out to be a decent player. But if you remember, a lot of people went on what Jesse Marsh said in his press conference. He said that he was not good enough for the Premier League yet. That's what he said before we signed him.
Yeah, but I mean, also, he was an Italian international before he joined Leeds. Perkins, there's a big difference. Italian international Perkins, he's not even under 21, is he, international? So.
Well, I watch West Ham, as you know, Russell, probably drive you in the mad, but I watch West Ham YouTube channel and I watch his channel called West Ham Voice, and it's Stell, and he don't rate Perkins, but when he scored that equaliser against Cardiff, boy oh boy did I message that West Ham YouTube presenter. I didn't have to message him. I made sure that he saw him. Nonto.
Yeah, but I think we have to lead, as Leeds fans, I think we have to lead a little bit away from now this thing of Creswell's the next thing since sliced bread, Geldhart's the next thing. I think we should take a bit more of a strategy of which they seem to be doing, of just trying to sign more solid, experienced players rather than thinking Greenwood, Creswell, Perkins, Nonto, Geldhart are all guaranteed. I think the people around us are signing established more players, better players. So we can't take the risk on we have to drip feed them through around more of an experienced team, in my eyes. I think we clamour too much to start all these youngsters, and I wouldn't trust them to get us out of a relegation fight.
Well, I'd advise you strongly to watch the press conference, because Adam Pope questioned him about this. He says, the question was basically, he put it straight to him. You're bringing in these players. What about, the so-called blocking players' paths? And basically he says that things change and he's moving away from that now.
Yeah, I'll go. Who cares? Well, that's they can have their path blocked for now. We're in a relegation fight. We need better in than relying on Perkins from West Ham, who's never played in the Premiership. Why? Who cares? Change. They're allowed to change what they said, and if it changes and Leeds stay up, that's all I'm bothered about. Do I really care if Geldhart gets a lot of games? Not really. I don't really rate Geldhart personally, but I'm more bothered about us staying in the Premiership, and I don't trust the youngsters we've got can do that.
It is a massive step up from under 21s to Premier League. It really is. It is, and
if we're in Fulham's position, you start a few of these players. We ain't in Fulham's positions. We're 2 points off the bottom. So I wouldn't be pulling them up saying, "Oh, you said all these youngsters have a pathway, guys. We're in 2 points off the bottom 3. Who cares? Who cares if it's black in the pathway? It's about staying in the league."
And also, Russell, as well, you talk about Fulham maybe using some under 23s. They're in 6th position. I mean, if they're serious about wanting to get into Europe, I don't even think they'd use the under 20.
Yeah, but wait, how many players from Fulham are coming? Think about it. How many players from Fulham are from their reserves? They're not playing reserves. No. Yeah, you give youngsters a shot, Happy, but you don't give them a shot when you're in the relegation battle.
I think
there's a time and a place to be starting youngsters, and it isn't when you're in a relegation battle for me.
I think the time to play youngsters for me personally is end of the season, and if you're safe.
Yeah.
Pep. I know.
At the cup games, give them running the cup games. Leeds aren't going to win the FA Cup. Sorry, Leeds fans, we ain't going to win it.
But we aren't winning no cups in a long time.
No. So I like the team he put out. In fact, I was more annoyed he didn't put more youngsters out. I didn't want Somerville starting. I didn't want Nonto starting. I wanted those players protected, and we've paid the price, and Somerville's out for a month. Give the youngsters a shot in the cup. In the competition, we ain't going to win.
Yeah, well, Jesse Marsh addressed that as well. He says
you can play
that some of his players. He says some of his players, like Nonto and Somerville, are getting bullied, and the referees.
Yeah, but I thought that was a cop out. From what I've heard, I was like, don't blame the refs. Don't play the players to start with, and you won't have them injured.
Yeah.
Why would you risk Somerville, who's one of our better wingers right now, in the FA Cup? I don't get it.
Happy he always is, isn't he?
We were 4th until the 16th week of the Prem last season, and we still never used the youth. We were 4th until the 16th week of the Prem.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that, I don't see much West Ham. They don't blood that many youngsters, do they? From what I can make out.
Doctor says he's planning for the bench boost with the bench.
Okay. I mean, happy? Would you be happy with West Ham right now? Throwing in, you're in the relegation battles worse than us right now. Would you be happy with youngsters coming in right now? We're going, let's give them a try, see if it works. I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable with it personally. But...
We are building a squad, a very young and dynamic squad. Kids win nothing. Watch us fly. At least give the youngsters a shot. We were 4th until game week 16 of the Prem last week, and we still never used the youth. I find it so frustrating. This is why a lot of your youth players want to go. But saying that, though, Happy Amaret, Ashby's gone nowhere yet, as if so he's still there, and everyone was saying that he was going to leave the club. Everyone remember and pray for Kingsley win this weekend. King Charles asked me to pass it on from Prince Harry. Yeah, I know. No, sorry, I might nick that out, though. Saints were very decent against Chelsea. That is a worry. They were they were at least worse than us.
Tottenham have turned it around.
They were at least worse than us. Russell, I'd like to give someone a try because what we are doing is definitely not working. That's your answer to that.
It's not, but I'd be shocked if you brought in a couple of youngsters that all turned round. I would feel more secure if you had experience. The players you've got, I think, will still get you out of the hole you're in. So I would still go with the experience over youth right now. I think it's very dangerous to start trying to blood reserve players in a relegation battle. I really think that's dangerous territory.
Russell, the situation West Ham are in, I haven't really been able to talk to you about this. Would you, right, the word is Moyes, is it the right thing to do getting rid of David Moyes now, if you're a West Ham fan?
That's tough. I mean, from a Leeds point, no, because you're not doing well. From a West Ham point, I mean, I guess he's got quite a lot of credits. So that's why they're hanging with him, because he was the best manager. 2 years ago? Is the best thing since sliced bread at West Ham. I can't wrap my head around West Ham because I just look at them on paper and think they're good. I think they've got a good squad. They've got a good first 11. And it's just not a chance. It's hard, isn't it? It's such a hard one to figure out, West Ham. I guess the easy option is to sack the manager, try something new. It's very strange, West Ham. I am surprised they are where they are. So I guess in simple terms, it probably is getting to the point with West Ham that they need to sack the manager and maybe go somewhere new, because they should be doing far better than where they are right now.
But the one thing nobody can argue against is that they are playing for them. You can always tell if you watch them during the game, the Yankee Cup, they're still running hard. I say running hard. They're still playing the same way as what they play. It's just not working for them. He hasn't lost the dressing room yet.
Yeah, I mean it's hard really, because I don't really watch a lot of West Ham apart from the old live stream now and then to really know too much how they play. I mean, you only see opposition teams when they play your team. And I always thought of West Ham. I mean, on paper, I keep saying it. I know games aren't played on paper, but they shouldn't be where they are on paper. No way. It's so odd. It really is odd.
Rutherford will fly when he comes in. Oh, Rutter will fly when he comes in. I hope so, man.
I hope he does, but I just don't get caught up in that. How can you put it? The euphoria, because you never know how a player's actually going to end up, and we've invested so much money in this guy, and that's why I think Stu asked me earlier. I am a bit like, I'm really happy, but I'm a bit like, geez, that's a lot of money on a 20-year-old.
But is that the price you pay for a striker nowadays in January?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to say no, but a little bit thinking, could we have got two £20 million players? You know what I'm saying? Because I think you still could have. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit safe. It's a risk. I think this is a risk. It could be brilliant, or we could be going.
Well, apparently we're now in pole position to sign that on our here. We've offered 25 grand a week. We've said to him we'll pay you 25 grand a week, and I think we've put more on the table than what that team Napoli have done.
Yeah. But we did the same with De Ketelaere, didn't we? The problem Leeds have got is Napoli can offer Champions League players, and they're in the top league. Leeds are in a relegation battle, and we can't offer. The only thing we can offer is Premiership football. I'll tell you, there's a little bit that's. I don't know about any of you Leeds fans. I'll tell you what's swimming around in my head is, what if we went down? Who the hell would we keep out of all the players we signed?
Bamford will be one. It wants to pay his wages.
I can imagine just being stuck back with the old guard, and I'd be like, what happened to Sinisterra? What happened to this Rutter? What happened to, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, if we did go down, how much of this team would we actually have left to play the Championship to try and get promoted
as well?
You what, sorry?
Christensen, I think he could get.
I think he would stay, but I'm a bit worried about a few of them, because I think you'd lose a lot of this team.
Taylor Adams would be snapped up when he by a bigger club.
Yeah, but he'd be snapped up at a discount price, I suspect.
So this is why it's critical that we don't go down, Russell. And maybe this is what they've looked at and thought we have to spend.
I think you're right. Actually, I think what's happened is Leeds, they've gone. Crap. The teams around us, Forest keep signing players, they're picking up points. The teams around us are there's no massive gap and they're reinforcing, and Leeds have to react, otherwise we'll just slowly get relegated. So I think you're right. I think they've decided they have to put a bit of money in to help, which they should have. So
before I get to the bottom of the page, the team who seem to be the fan bases who seem to be most worried are Everton. Everton are really, really worried because they haven't done anything yet. They haven't brought nobody in, and they're officially bottom three, I believe, now at Everton. So, once you're in that bottom three, it's hard to get out of. On paper, we have some decent players.
Yeah.
Moyes sets us up defensively regardless of who we are up against. Always square pegs in round holes, but the players have a lot to answer for as well. Yeah, but Armani, happy on it. David Moyes were doing this last season and season before. And when it were working, nobody said anything about it. But now, because it ain't working, everyone's saying, why didn't people come out and say this last season or season before about the faults what David Moyes has got? Because he's always had these faults. It's not like it's a new thing. And now all of a sudden, Moyes is worst manager ever. Two seasons ago, playing different round pegs and square holes, we've got Super David Moyes. Now he's the worst manager ever. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's really weird. It's a weird. I guess it's football. I guess we'd be the same. 2 months to Toblerones. Happier. Triangles is the biggest problem. Oh, I love Toblerone. I used to love Toblerone too. Once upon a time.
We're waiting around for the team news, aren't we? That's what we're going to do. Is that what we're waiting for?
Yeah. It's 8. We've got.
About news news said about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's 7 o'clock, isn't it?
Is that when the team news comes out? at 7 o'clock, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be ridiculous to set Moyes now, and there's no good managers available. Keep Moyes until the summer. He won't get us relegated, and then in the summer get a manager and give him the pre-season. So bringing in your manager in summer. Well, yeah. You see that, and Doctor's a West Ham fan. Who are the worst 3 teams in the league now? Everton are definitely one of them.
Southampton. Yeah. Bournemouth, I don't. Yeah, do you know what's frustrating? There's just no one apart from Southampton who are a little bit cast aside. There's no one really that far ahead. It's annoying, isn't it? It's too bunched up down there. It's just, you say these teams, but I think all of them are capable of picking up points, which is annoying. We just, I keep saying it every week, but we do really need some proper. There's no real absolute turgid teams in this league right now, which doesn't help.
And this weekend's worse for fixtures because the bottom 6 are more or less playing each other.
Yeah, it's going to be another big week, isn't it? And the problem is we play first. If we lose tonight, it's going to be a nightmare over this weekend.
And I've got to do an extra time show straight after that game. And
God, yeah, that could be awful.
Please win, Leeds. Please win, Leeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would say Everton are definitely worse than West Ham and Leeds at this moment in time. Everton just don't have. Everton rely on one player, and that's that Gray. Southampton. I'd say Southampton, but they got a good win against Man City. I know you made so many changes, Liam, but you still had Phillips playing, and he got booed off, didn't he? He got booed off, didn't Kevin Phillips?
I think he's not had it easier. He's not. The problem is, and this is not disrespect to Leeds fans, but he was a world-class player in an average team, and then now he's gone to the big boys. Obviously, he's done it to get into the England squad as well. I think everyone can agree.
He looks out of place.
He's out of place. He looks like a bang average Premier League player in a world-class Man City team.
I'll be honest with you. I said this when we used to do the extra time thing. Is I always thought Phillips personally was quite overrated at Leeds, but I was happy to have him up because I wanted to get the most money I can for him, and he's always injury prone as well. Very injury prone player.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. I'm not really that surprised what's going on with him at Man City personally.
He is struggling. He really is. Dr. Moyes has a history of keeping us up. Yeah, I'm right. He said he's happy. I'm out of love. the West Ham board come out and said if we were to get rid of David Moyes, the sort of manager we're bringing in is another David Moyes because he's used to keeping you up. He kept you up twice, hasn't he? So that's the sort of manager to look for. Southampton, Bournemouth, and Everton. That's a. I don't know about Bournemouth. I mean, where are Bournemouth in table, Liam? Lee.
Bournemouth. 16th.
See, the 16th. I mean, I'm not being. It's in Bournemouth's record lately. They've only won one in the last 5 and lost the other 4.
Yeah, but haven't we only won 2 in 16 games?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
with 17 points in 17 games, that's what.
I mean, how much time is Marsh going to? I mean, surely there's going to get to a point if we keep being where we are and they've signed players to help him. I can't see how Marsh is going to survive, to be honest with you.
Well, you see, we've only played 17 games, whereas Everton, West Ham, Bournemouth, Wolves, Southampton have played 18 games.
And Leicester as well. Keep Leicester.
Isn't that game in hand a tough? It's Man United, isn't it?
Yeah, Man United. Yeah,
so, I mean, no offense, but you might as well count that as a loss.
Cheers, Liam. We don't come downstairs tonight, lad. Because honestly,
no. But you know what I mean. Like
he's been a realist. I agree. I think. Let's be honest, Liam. You're probably right.
I what I mean. Like
I don't think you're just trying to be funny. I think if you're being honest, we'll probably lose to Man United. If we're being brutally honest.
I think the problem is you can't rely on the games in hand. That's
Forest with me. Nottingham Forest with me playing Nottingham Forest. That worries me when we play Forest because they're strengthening again.
Yeah.
This summer, this January.
For me personally, you can't rely on games in hand. You have to play the team.
I'd rather have points than games in hand.
Yeah, precisely. Of course you would.
We've brought in a 20-year-old who will see the first team bench for a few years. That's that Summit Sal, in it. That is it. Wolves have got 6 in the same loan recalls. Even Spurs have new players in. I still back Moyes, but it's very hard to watch this season. Just wish he would somehow instill some balls into the team and drop a few players. And do you know something? Right, I can say this on this site because I'm not going to get shouted at, but I feel sorry for Souček. Please hear me out before anyone has to go at me. It isn't Souček who has to play with game in, game out. It's Moyes who picks Souček. Do you know what I mean? You can't blame the players. You've got to blame the manager who picks the players. Souček looks like he could. Souček looks like he's devoid in confidence. Lee, you need to start getting your singing voice warmed up.
I'm on it up. I just wait for the team news to come up for you, Dad.
Lee's waiting for team news. I will get it up and ready just in case it comes out.
And I know. I'll tell you one thing. Whatever the team news is going to be, I know I'm going to be a bit annoyed. I can already know I'm going to be annoyed with something.
Would you play drama right back?
No. I don't understand this clamour for drama.
I think the problem is with drama. I think I understand the frustration not getting played when he had a great season with Cardiff last year, but I think it's also the fact that he needs to show respect to the Leeds United squad. And
no, he's not first team Premiership ready. No drama. No, this is
really.
I would start. I tell you one player I hope starts tonight is the Austrian we signed. Yeah, he looks good. What's his name? Max? Is it Ruber? He looks good.
Would you play him at left back or centre back?
Left back.
Because you can play both positions.
Yeah, I could tell by the way he moves, his body shape. He's you look at him facially, but his face doesn't match his body. If you know what I'm saying, he's quite tall, lean, muscly. The way he moves is quite good. I think he's going to be a good little player from what I can see straight away. I liked him straight away, so I think he'll do all right.
Is it 7 o'clock yet? Not nearly, nearly.
Calm down. It's all
We're
right,
starting
we'll
11. Here you go. I've got the team line up for you all already. Look at that. How good
right,
am I?
I'm gonna. Here we go. I'm gonna get triggered now.
Right, I'm gonna share screen. Share. I'll make this bigger. Why does it do that? Mr. Aileen, Stroit, Koch, Cooper, Adams, Rocker, Aronson, Nonto, Rodrigo. There's no Verba. He's on bench.
Okay. And that's probably what I mean. I didn't think he was starting, but that's probably roughly what we'll think is Stuart still at left back. Yeah, okay. Then who's on the bench? That bench must be pretty strong.
On bench, it's Roberts,
Firpo, Laurenti of Wobbler, Christiansen, Greenwood, Geltard, Bamford, and Perkins.
Okay. So who are we missing then from? Who are we missing? There's Forshaw. No Forshaw then. Is he not there?
Christensen's not there either, is he?
He's on bench, is Christiansen. Forshaw's not on bench neither, no. So
he's injured though, isn't he?
No. Forshaw, no.
Yep. Positive. No.
Okay, that's pretty much. I mean, Harrison was always going to come in, weren't he? Because we haven't got Sinistera. So yeah, that's apart from maybe the right back position and maybe left back because that could have gone to Christensen or other guys. It's pretty much what you'd have thought. What's the Villa team news then? What you got? Villa's team.
I will get that for you now, Russell. Villa. Martinez, Young, Konza, Mings, Diang, Ramsey, Douglas Luiz, Kamara, Bendia, Watkins, and Bailey. Subs: Olsen, Sanson, Ings, Alex Moreno, that's their new player, Chambers, Marvelson, Gambia, Benderek, Coutinho, and Young.
I tell you what, I do fancy Leeds probably at their centre defence of Monza and Mings, and Ashley Young maybe to a point. I do fancy as I think we can cause trouble to their defence. It's just whether our defence, which generally hasn't been that good, can cause trouble, can keep them out. I don't know. This could go either way, this game. I mean, I'll be as long as we don't lose, I'll probably take a point still. Yeah, Forshaw injured. For some reason, I thought he was kind of he could have been back. I thought they said they cleared out a bit and he should be back in training. So I thought he might be on the bench. I'm surprised Gabby wasn't maybe on the bench. Maybe
I think Gabby is a very, very. I don't get me wrong. He's still got. Still needs to be brought into the first team a lot more, but we're very strong against Cardiff.
Yeah. The only thing I found with Gabby was there was a lot of options to his right. He kept going to the left, so his decision making, I found, he's very good on the ball, blah blah blah. But his decision making was quite frustrating. I found because he had better options, but kept picking the harder one.
So, are you happy with our lineup there, Russell? With Meslier?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's all down to personal preference. I think I'd have rather Stuart maybe for Cooper. I know Stuart's been bad, and I understand people are saying, but I'd have had Verban, Stuart at centre back, and Verba at left back, and maybe I like Christiansen. I know. I do think Christian will come good. It's Aileen. It's a tough one, isn't it? Aileen and Christensen. You can go either way. I'm trying to look at. Have we actually got a midfielder on the bench?
I have a quick question about the Aileen. Who do you think is overall better, Aileen or Christensen?
I'm convinced Christian will come good.
Because
I'm
in the same boat as you.
Midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not a midfielder, is he?
It's naturally a striker.
To me, the only midfielder we've got is Vober. What's his name? Vuber. We haven't. I thought I was surprised Garvey. I'd have put Garvey in instead of Perkins personally.
Why does it keep doing that? Do I have to go to that? Is that why? See, every time I do that, it keeps going to that. Monthly
right.
Pass.
Either way, though, we've done the fantasy. We got the team news. So I've had a hectic. I don't. Mally Greenwood isn't a midfielder. No offence, he's a forward. He's a bit. He's a project. We're trying to turn. He's like with Rodrigo. Didn't they put Rodrigo in midfield for a while?
Short injured when he's in here, Mally. I felt how true I
mean,
big Mally. Up leads 2023. Greenwood is in midfield. He plays in a midfielder role. Let's put it that way.
There's a midfielder role,
to
but
me,
he's not a striker. Every time you see him on the ball, he's always either having a shot. It's very rare to see him actually create something or pass it off.
Forshaw's a midfielder. Giabi's a midfielder. Greenwood, I don't know if he agreed. Yeah. Well, he was signed as a forward. Greenwood's always played as a forward. He's not a midfielder. He's been turning into a midfielder, which has convinced Leeds fans he's a midfielder. He's not a defensive midfielder, he's an attacking midfielder. And what I find strange with Leeds is, don't we usually play two defensive midfielders? Greenwood isn't a defensive midfielder, is he?
He's an attacking midfielder. Right, Greenwood, a forward. You're having a laugh.
He was a forward at Arsenal's reserves.
And he played as a forward in under 23s last season.
Yeah, we're trying to turn him into a midfielder. Do the classic Leeds thing.
4-2-3-1.
Like we normally play.
Yeah, and Aston Villa playing 4-4-2.
So Aston Villa are playing traditional 4-4-2.
I hope Harrison has a good game, because he's so inconsistent today. He's so frustrating.
Jack Harrison.
We really need that lad to turn up. Big time.
Well, I thought bids might have come in for Harrison by now, if I'm honest.
And he's not signed a contract, so it's interesting to see what's happening with him.
Yeah. Mally says, I'm doing a preview. This is but we have been sort of like doing a preview as such from when stream finished at 6:30. But yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see what we do tonight.
Fingers crossed.
We've got to get some up today, because especially with the fixtures, what we've got coming up. I think the fixtures what we've got coming up this week are a bit. If I'm not going to lie, they're a bit naughty, because. Here we go. Right, so your fixtures this week are as follows, and it's the same for West Ham as well. West Ham are in the same position, because. Come on, what's happening? Fixtures. I have said it. I have done it, Anna.
Maybe it's updating because of the fantasy football, is it?
Possible. Right, fixtures here with loading more content. I'll stop sharing screen for now anyway. So just while it loads up. But yeah, the fixtures. I think it's because fantasy football's loading up, isn't it?
Well, fixtures.
Yeah.
Fixtures, Lee. Read fixtures off for me.
What, for tomorrow?
Yeah, for tomorrow.
Right. my nightmare's Man City.
Not worried about that one.
Brighton and Liverpool.
Not worried about that one.
Everton and Southampton.
Worried about that one.
Yeah, we need a draw or Southampton win probably for that one.
Even West Ham. Same for West Ham.
Not going to fight on Leicester.
Big
Again,
one. Yeah,
big game for us. Because Leicester are ahead of us, probably a point.
Wolves and West Ham.
See, that's a big in and
That's
all.
a big, there's some huge game. I mean, West Ham will want Leeds to lose tonight.
And we'll want West Ham to lose tomorrow.
I mean, if anything, you want a draw out of all these results.
It's not going to happen. One of the teams is going to win.
And it's Brentford versus Bournemouth.
I think
And
Southampton are looking very dangerous. I
don't know, not in the league, mate. I mean, I think they're a different beast in the league.
But it's Sunday. It will be Chelsea and Palace. Newcastle, Fulham, and Tottenham is Arsenal on Sunday.
Greenwood is an 8 or even a 10. 3-1 Leeds United believe. I do believe. 3-2 either way, Harmonie, I can't call it. Talking of Greenwood, did you see the other one was found not guilty? Yeah, Benjamin Mendy was found not guilty. One of you as well today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, he got found not guilty.
He's got 2 more cases coming up.
Oh, yeah.
2 more to deal with.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might be an option in the fantasy football soon.
Never.
Might be. If they get cleared, they're able to play, aren't they, I presume?
Yeah, but I mean, once they've got that on there, do you think, Laura, so once you've been in court for something like that, that's it, your name's tarnished?
It is, but I think wasn't there a player, Ched Evans, who now plays for.
He went everywhere. He went back to Blackburn for a bit, I believe, and then Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Jessica Ennis-Hill said that she wanted a name taken up at stadium, but then she did it come out like he was found not guilty.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they would play or not, but someone like Greenwood, and I mean, Mendo has a lot of money. Greenwood this year is a big talent. If he got cleared, I guess technically they could play because they're innocent. You know, in the eyes of the law, they're
innocent until proven guilty. Innocent.
So, I presume whether ethically they would do it, but Man United in theory could play him and would say, well, he's not guilty. So I
don't think he'll play for England though. I don't think England would want to go down that rabbit hole, if that makes sense.
No, it would open up a can of worms, but technically I presume they could play. So
it's still loading up these fixtures on Premier League's channel. But anyway, there's a lot of juicy fixtures to watch tomorrow.
A lot of Stu, they will be very enjoyable fixtures. If Leeds win tonight, I will enjoy in the fixtures. If we lose, I am dreading the weekend.
Yeah, and do you know something else? You know what I'm doing? I'm doing my extra time show tonight. I've got that planned. I'm going to talk a bit about the Leeds game before we with result. That'll be like my mini review, if you like. And then after that, my computer's getting switched off, and over the weekend, I am switching my motherboard over. I bought a new motherboard for PC. I'm going to put in a new motherboard into the PC.
Good. Sounds like a plan.
So, weekend, sat in front of Gillette Soccer Special in room, no computer, so I won't be able to do anything. I won't be able to do nothing, and I'll just be able to just concentrate on doing my computer over the weekend. Can't wait. I can't wait. I've got some new wheels for my chair. I can move my chair about, and it don't make a noise. It's wicked. So I've got my new wheels.
Good.
I'm happy days. Right, Mendy has still 2 charges pending. Definitely. Bleach 2023. Sorry, Leach 2022. I did this last year. I'm going for a 2-1 Leach win.
I said 2-1 either way.
Disgusting clowns, rich, privileged, legal teams. They should clear off and live in Qatar with all the other vulgar people.
There is rumours that Mendy could be going to Qatar, Saudi Arabia, to play football.
I hope you're right, Leeds 2023. And fantasy is like, it's taking ages to update.
It will be. There's so many people playing this week, not including how many transfers people would be doing. The servers will be going absolutely mental right now.
And if you go when you've got time, Russell, if you go through teams and you tell me which players are inactive now, who've been inactive for a few weeks, you know what I mean? I'm gonna spend less time concentrating on them, more time concentrating on the ones who are active and the ones who are in chat. So because we had everyone as regulars were in this morning. And I whisked through them.
Yeah. Like you said, we don't really need to go for everyone. So definitely go through the people that comment a lot on our team. So yeah.
Cheers, Russell. And thumbs up. Yep. I'm gonna go Leeds 3-1. I hope we can get a 3-1 win, but something tells me we're going to concede 2 goals again, like we have been doing every bloody game.
I'm going to go for a Russell cacking himself for an hour and a half. That's what I'm going for.
Right, it's done it. It's actually updated now. Well, I say it's updated. It's still Nope, no, it ain't. It's still bloody updating fixtures. But yeah, anyway, look, guys, we'll end it there, shall we?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to get ready and kind of de-stress to ready to re-stress for the Leeds game. So,
yep. So we'll leave it there. What are you doing at half time, Stu? I'm doing nothing this week. Nothing today, Mally. I'm doing absolutely nothing, mate. Not this week. I've got the. I'm going to watch the game with our Liam, and then I'm gonna have a bit of time away from computer screens for the extra time show tonight, and then I'll do a mini preview in that, and then we'll discuss West Ham's and Leeds' positions in table, what West Ham need to do and stuff in the extra time show. So if you're around, check that out. It should be a good show tonight. It should be a really good show. But this game, I'm going to leave alone. I'm just going to watch with League, and then I'm going to sort my computer out over the weekend, and then come back bouncing back as from next week. So that's the plan. Because I did a stream this morning at 10, done this one, and then I'm going to be doing the extra time one at 10 tonight. So I've done 6 hours streaming today. And you know, today's just flowing. It's flowing. You don't know where it goes, but it goes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it all. I really do. Oh, sugar, hang on a minute. Where am I? I think I forgot to say my team. Maybe I still
no.
Not again.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing if you've still got Haaland as captain.
Oh, man.
Cheers to Disabled Team for a great stream.
Yeah.
Nobody's at all.
Good to see the Leeds 2023 and everyone else. Big Mally, happy.
Doing it at full time. I won't have time, Mally, because I'll be getting ready to do the extra time show at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock tonight, Stu. I am a man of yes. 10 o'clock tonight with the Rebel of Kieran and Titch tonight. Mally, quickly before I go, do you want me to send you a link for the extra time show tonight? Do you need a link for it, or are you just going to chill out or whatever you got to do?
He's literally just said, send him the link. There you go.
He wants a link?
Yeah, that's what he's just said.
Yep, I will do that for you, mate. I will send you the link. No worries at all.
Good luck, everyone in your fantasy teams. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Don't do too well.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, sure.
Well, they'll see me before then. I'm sure they will. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching this edition of Table Team. Hope you've enjoyed it. Russell, thanks for joining us.
Cheers, guys. Sorry I was a bit late.
No worries at all, mate. No worries at all.
Very hectic.
Lee, you had no choice to join me, but I didn't give them a choice. They don't have an option. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, and speak to you all soon. Enjoy Leeds game tonight. Let's hope Leeds can get a win. We need a win badly. I need a win to make this extra time show a little bit more easier on myself, because if I can sit back all snug if we get this a smug look on my face if we can get this win. You know what I mean? It'll be over to you, West Ham. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. This is you, Russell. You're really burst out of me. You're really burst out of me.
Well, we don't get to enjoy much right now, so if we can win tonight and sit back with a cigar, let's be a little bit smug. But, you know, it could go the other way and they could be smug at you. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those ones, isn't it?
I might accidentally break my computer tonight and
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, look, guys, thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to get off. See you all tonight, and take care, everybody. Thank you for watching this edition of Disabled Team. Only one thing to say. So goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Cheers, guys. Take care.